If you were to be a person that is always silent, right, in your mind and not even uttering any word at all, you know, even if you try to do it for like a week, well, I know that for some of you it's going to be hard because you live with your families and all of that. However, if just imagine this in your mind, if you were to be a person that keeps his mouth shut all the time, you'd actually accumulate a lot of power and strength, right? This will help generate a lot of energy for you. First of all, you'll be able to process things well and you will receive healing. It's one of the reasons why you have to sleep at night, because when you're sleeping, now your mind is able to function well to the point that it is able to get enough rest to reboot itself, regenerate your whole blood cells so that you can actually be stronger when you wake up the next morning. It's one of the reasons why you're having to tap into different dimensions and portals when you are traveling in your sleep, right? It's one of those reasons. You can only tap into that when your mind is at peace and your mouth is shut and silent, right? When your mouth is silent, you can process a lot of things. It just makes your life more easier. But this is one of the things that have been hidden away from people, that they want you to always have conversations and talk so many times without you realizing that keeping silent is very beneficial. Not only in the name of you doing your meditations, but by just doing it, by just doing it because you just want to be silent. It just gives you deeper insight and understand a lot of things which you were unable to understand then when you were talking too much. You need to practice this, right? It's gonna be very beneficial for you. Okay? This will have your mind aspects to grow and have more strength and power. As a matter of fact, automatically, this will help you to relieve any tension that you might be having inside of your body. Okay, you'll be able to actually relieve yourself from any tension when you practice silence all the time. You'll be able to actually overcome many obstacles and any challenges that might come in your life. Because why? You're generating this control of energy because of your silent aspect of just observing and listening. Observing everything that is around you, man, is just a beautiful and a wonderful thing. And a lot of people like doing this. Part of the things when I tell you that you need to meditate, you need to have this freedom within, right? You need to unleash this power that is within as you trying to actually tap into the source of power, right? So you get things well better aligned for yourself. You're able to think well, and your aura, your power, and your energy is getting to expand on the level whereby now you're getting control over things that are around you. Life is all about you generating a lot of energy, but in a conduct of you controlling that same energy in an aligned aspect. When you are more aligned, I'm telling you, man, you're able to process things well, better than you would if you were unable to actually, be on that level. It's the same thing as when you want to have a conversation. It's not all the time whereby you want to have a conversation with people, right? There will come a time whereby you don't want to talk to anybody else. You have to allow that. But have this thing of making more conversations with yourself only. You want to talk to yourself. Present yourself in a different character if you have to. You can have like multiple characters because already you do have characters, which some you choose not to actually reveal it to the world, right? Because you're afraid that people are going to think you as such, okay? However, you have to practice speaking to yourself. Create a different character. Like you used to do this when you were young. Try to remember how you did it. When you're having a conversation with yourself, man, I'm telling you, you can even write a book because we'll have so many different ideas in one room. You can have your 55 characters in the room to generate ideas by talking to yourself. You can generate this in a way that you want to do it physically or in your mind mentality. If you want to do it in your mind, Then you sit down in meditation, open a place or an adventurous portal whereby now you're just going to create all of these characters that look exactly like yourself. Then you generate a lot of information. This can be very beneficial, right? It can be very beneficial. You won't be uttering any words if you choose to do it in a mental capacity. You will just use your mentality, thought, and your vision to envision the whole process of you having multiple conversations with yourself. Then you'll see the moment when you're done doing all of that, you come into this reality, right? You'll start to have different ideas that are just going to present themselves to you. Because why? You have already generated all of that in your mind, but you kept the motive of being silent and not saying any word. This generally makes you powerful, man. If you can remember, as a child, you used to be quiet for the longest of time. The only time whereby you'd actually utter words is when you had to. But if you didn't need to do that, you didn't at all. You wouldn't say any word, right? You just keep your cool and just observe things around you, and that made you very powerful. You used to do this, but you used to excel in this. You're a master of it. See, you're a master of it. So the whole significance of this whole thing is expanding. Understanding how potent the energy can accumulate within you when you are silent. Things are able to process well and proper in a balanced manner. But if you're always talking, you're unable now to actually even think about the things which you have to handle well without actually making things worse for your life or the situation that you're trying to comprehend in your life. So when you do this practice, you will be able to master a lot of things. And keep in mind, don't only do this in the name of you doing a meditation or your manifestations, but you want to do it because you feel that I should right now. Even if you don't have to actually do it so many times, but have that hour, right? Have like maybe have like a 5 hour of time, not having to say any word, and just observe everything around you. I am telling you, there's a lot of information which you can accumulate by just doing that. And there are so many things which you will realize in your conscious mind by just being silent. And this will benefit you great.